welcome everyone back to another episode of the Damaged Ones podcast. As you can see, I am wearing my Spider-Man shirt. Let me move the camera down a little bit. You know, one half of a lovey-dovey Spider-Man shirt. The other half belonged to an ex-girlfriend of mine. But the reason I keep it, it's Spider-Man. What the hell do you expect? I'm not getting rid of this shit. And joining me as always, Miss Sarah Altland with the Thug Life. Thug Life.
That's right. Thug Life Golden Girls shirt.
The Golden Girls. I've never watched that.
It's hilarious. It was a show ahead of its time, and they really are Thug Life. So it's one of my favorite shirts.
And can you tell me more about the Golden Girls again? I remember you told me about it, and I'm like, I completely forgot. Because it was an old show, right? From the 80s?
It was. Well, yeah, it started filming, I believe, in the late 80s, early 90s. But it was basically a sitcom about four single older ladies living together, rooming together in Miami, Florida, and about all their life experiences together. But the show, again, was ahead of its time for that. Like, it went a lot into, I'm trying to think, like different justice issues, like abuse, things like that, like people that were gay and how they should be accepted, like things that like back in that time frame were considered risque, were controversial. And the attitude of like Sophia and her daughter, like it was just hilarious. Like the interactions, and Betty White played, you know, someone that was extremely stupid, and then you had someone that was really slutty, and it was just funny. The whole show was hilarious.
And where can people find the show if they want to watch it?
They used to be streaming it on Hulu. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but I can always check back. I mean, if you want a lighthearted, funny show that's going to make you laugh, it is a recommendation. I rewatch it from time to time because it's a classic.
Well, there you go, people. If you want to watch a classic for this weekend, go watch The Golden Girls. You know, if Sarah recommends it, that means it must be good.
And you're wearing your Spider-Man shirt because you just went to see the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day. People that know me know full well that I am a massive Spider-Man fan. And my verdict for this one, even though it says 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, 91%, I forgot which is which, the Rotten score and the tomato meter, the audience score and whatnot, both say 98, 91. I gotta tell ya, it was all right.
I know.
It was fine.
It was wild to me because so many people that have gone to see it are like, it's excellent. But just goes to show everyone has different taste.
Yeah, and obviously no spoilers, and we're not going to go full detailed into this movie, but, you know, people, obviously what I just said, people that know me know I'm a massive Spider-Man fan, and when I watch a movie, I'm paying attention to so many things. The storytelling, the character motivation, what's going on with the plot, where is it going, are there stakes involved, who is getting the progression, you know, things that normal storytellers are supposed to figure out. And in my opinion, without spoiling anything, this movie was so overstuffed with so much going on. There was too much going on. If it kept on feeling less and less of a Spider-Man movie because it mostly focused on one particular character, which in my opinion did not really need to be there. And it's Sadie Sink's character, which a lot of people would spoil in terms of who it was. When I found out about who she was, I thought, really? Her? Her of all people? Okay, so you must be setting yourself up for something. But the biggest disappointment for me is the trailer set up this. Obviously, people that watch the trailer, I'm not gonna spoil the movie when I say this. Peter Parker is going through this mutation, that something is wrong with him and his DNA is mutating. I thought, and a lot of people thought when watching the trailer, oh my God, we're getting the Thing, we're getting the other one, we're getting the monster. None of that happened. I'm sorry to break it to you guys. None of that happened. But, not to spoil, I'm sorry, not to spoil, I loved Frank Castle, played by John Bernthal. They play great chemistry. Like, do you remember those buddy cop movies back in the day?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's like a very it's like a very cut and dry type of formula. You have two buddy cops, one that's like lovable, it's like level-headed, and the other one that's the hothead, but they both balance each other out a little bit. You kind of get that in this movie. So if there was a main highlight that I would say on this one, that's that. And a particular female character is in the bathtub. That's all I gotta say.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I bet you like that scene.
It wasn't raunchy. It's not. It's tamed.
I know.
But when I saw her, I'm like, okay, of course you're gonna introduce her, even though there's so much other things that she could be doing. But nevertheless, I still enjoyed the movie. I wanted it to be more. Am I gonna give it like a 91 or a 98, 95? No. I'm giving it a 75 to an 80%. Maybe I have to see it one more time for me to change my mind, but for right now, that's what I'm sticking. People, do not come at my throats. I love Spider-Man, I always have, but I can separate a good story from a mediocre one from a decent one. Oh yeah, and the villain, little bit of a subversive type, switcheroo type character villainy thing.
Villainy thing. I like how you
villainy.
use that. Villainy thing.
I'm trying my best not to spoil it. But I will say this. When I went to the theater, they had like these massive, and they do this as a marketing tactic every single movie where they have like this gigantic toy.
The popcorn bucket, right?
Buckets,
yes.
And this one was literally Spider-Man's arm, like actually on his web shooter, and had like a giant web, and the web was the bucket, with a web bowl.
Oh, see, that's kind of cool. Now, granted, they're always overpriced, but something like that, especially if it's a movie you really, really, really like, sometimes they're really cool collectibles.
Exactly. So I would say,
but you didn't get the bucket. You didn't get the web bucket.
You know, I'm getting to the point where every time I go to a movie, I don't want to overstuff myself with popcorn and soda.
But it's about having the souvenir bucket.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. But for me, I just wanted to just enjoy myself, watch the movie. There were a lot of it was sold out. This was a sold out. It came out at 12 o'clock today, and it was sold out. I took one of the last few seats in the middle section. So I was happy. But I get it. I hear you. It's about the bucket, the souvenir, something that you can take with you, that you can keep it on your shelf. Me, I need a little bit more than just the Spider-Man arm. I want the action figure. I want the pose. I want, I want, as if it's funny that I say this, for Christmas, my girlfriend, I hate when, I have to be honest, it grinds my gears when people say significant other. Or my partner. It grinds my fucking gears because it is such you have to be inclusive to everybody. Like, no, a lot of people don't want to say girlfriend or boyfriend because they don't want to be labeled. I hate that.
See, that doesn't bother me as much. Just like when people say happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas, there's a lot of different holidays.
That's fine.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's fine because that's acceptable. We grew up with Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays because we're introducing everything. But when people are like, oh, my significant other came with me, and obviously I use it as everyday language as well, and I hate myself for it. But when people are like, oh, my significant other came with me, I married my significant other. Just say you married your girlfriend. You married your boyfriend. You married, my partner came with me. What partner? You're my partner, Sarah. You're my partner in this podcast. Fuck.
It's a little deep. You're taking it a little too deep. It's funny because my grandmother, my Nana, she always says your friend. She never says girlfriend or boyfriend. She's always like friend. And we give her a hard time about that because we're like, they're not a friend. They're a boyfriend. They're a girlfriend, but she does it all the time. But I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is.
I feel like we're getting to the point now, and we continuously get to the point where people hate being labeled. And I remembered I dated someone that was like this. I don't know if I told you the story, but for the people that don't know, it was around 2022, 2023, around those years. I was living in Mount Vernon, New York at the time. and I was dating someone new, just to try to see if there was any, I wanted to date. I was bored. I wanted to date. And I got in touch with this girl that did not tell me that she was in a wheelchair. She did not tell me that she was handicapped. So I was not shallow to be like, oh God, no, I don't want to date. I'm thinking to myself, okay, how'd that work? I would have to drive, put the wheelchair in my trunk, help her to her seat. If she asks for help, if she doesn't want to help, I'm going to have to learn on how to disassemble the thing, reassemble that thing, maybe push her down the hill just to make people laugh and go through the pigeons and whatnot. I'm trying to think of ways on how I could make life more interesting than that, right? So right before we planned to even start dating, she made it very, very clear that if we were to become an official couple, she did not want to label me as boyfriend. And she did not want to be labeled as girlfriend because she thought those words were possessive.
Interesting.
That you're each other's property. That because you're labeled, you now have an expectation to do something or be something for that other person.
I've never seen it in that way. Did she just want to be called partner as well? Or what did she want?
Either partner, significant other, or... yeah, that's it. Just one of those two things.
See, this is what I'm saying about people making it too deep. People have been saying boyfriend and girlfriend forever. It's not that serious.
Okay, but you understand my point. But you understand my frustration. You understand why I'm so frustrated when people are like, "Oh, my partner," because people now use it in an everyday language and they don't realize that is it's a blanket term. It's so blanketed where people are just
I'm
afraid.
okay with it either way. I see where you're coming from.
I don't like it. I'm sorry. I know this. I'm sure people are listening to this. Garcia, what's the big deal? I get it. I'm reaching. I get it. I just hate it so much. I hate it. If people say, oh, guess what? I'm engaged. Here's my fiance. But you have some people that go, oh yeah, here's my future wife. What the fuck does that mean? Are you engaged? Yes. So why the fuck would you say future? It's like Tommy Wiseau from The Room.
You are reaching a little bit. It's basically tomato. You know what I mean?
I don't like it. I'm sorry. There's my...
That is funny. That I kind of find that amusing. So, like, would you get annoyed if I said you were my partner versus my friend? Would that irritate you?
You would have to give me a very good reason in terms of why.
So it would bother you.
It would. If it's from you, like let's say you and I were to date at some point in the future, right? If you were to say, here's my partner, I'd probably have the same conversation with you to be like, what, are you ashamed? Is there something wrong with me? Do you not want to show me to the world? Is there something wrong with me? Huh? Am I so weird that you can't be honest with your friends and family? Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Sarah?
But see, now I want to introduce you as a partner instead of a friend because it bothers you so much.
I feel like if you introduce me as a friend, maybe you're at that mindset where you're like, you know what? I'm not ready to reveal him to my friends or family because they're either judgmental or they talk shit or they say shit, which is the same thing. They gossip, whatever. I understand from that point of view. But when you say, oh, I'm dating my partner, Mike Garcia, I'll be like, well, what's all this partner shit?
No sense. Me lying and saying you're my friend if you're my partner wouldn't bother you, but me admitting you're my partner would bother you.
It kind of would.
Boyfriend. But dude, that makes no fucking logical sense. It doesn't. I'm sorry. I have to disagree with you on this one. You would be less offended if I lied and said you were a friend, and more offended if I called you partner instead of a boyfriend.
Yes. Yes, because
it makes sense.
Because at least with friend, I would get it. Because you have an intention behind saying, oh, here's my friend. Now, let's say we're years and years in, where we become a couple years and years, and you make an order, or you talk to a person or whatever, you'd be like, yeah, my friend is here. Bitch, I ain't your friend! I'm your husband. I'm your boyfriend. I'm your future baby daddy. Okay, maybe not that, but still.
Oh my God. Okay. I feel like it's too deep. You're really reaching with this. I would
I
give
don't
it
know.
to you, but you're
I
reaching.
don't know where I was going with this from Spider-Man to this.
It was a very interesting transition, but that's what we do on the Damaged Ones
We
podcast.
do, we do. And listeners, as always, if you love the rant or if you think I'm full of shit and I'm just overly reaching, let me know. We're on YouTube now, both video and audio, wherever you get your audio podcast, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, Amazon, whatever the case may be, or see her beautiful mug and my ugly ass piece of shit. I shaved myself, so you can actually see that I have a somewhat bald head and a
You're
puppy.
smooth as a baby's bottom.
Sure. And and all
Because you're so
shaved.
bald. You're so bald.
You could
You look like Mr. Clean.
you oh fuck you.
I'm sorry, I had
Fuck
to.
you. You know what's funny? I would take Carlton Banks and Tiger Woods over Mr. Clean.
Why?
Because at least with them, I get the comparison. If I'm professionally dressed, because I am a part of the golf industry, if I'm professionally dressed and I look like Tiger Woods and I'm not an abuser, I'll be like, shit, that's a compliment. All right, cool. And if I'm Carlton Banks, where I'm fucking dancing and shit, it's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Ba, 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 ba. It's not unusual to make love to anyone. I gotta learn that dance. Oh, I gotta learn that dance. To see me cry, I wanna die. I would love to meet him. I would love to meet him in person and take a picture with him. And you know that meme from The Office where Pam is showing two pictures and they're like,
Yes.
they're the same picture? I want that to be me and him.
That would be hilarious.
Ah. Guys, I'm sorry. We're random. It's what this show is about. We bring laughter, we bring joy, we bring things for you to relate to, and for things for you to be like, what the fuck are they talking about? If you want to hear more, if you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, share the download podcast, and all that other good stuff. Oh my goodness. You know, Speaking of, bringing joy and laughter, I'm getting to the point now, Sarah, where I think I'm going to follow Libs of TikTok and I'm going to be a cyber Karen.
Oh my God. You're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Why are you going to do it?
I'm
Please
I'm
explain the
I'm going
rationale.
I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to do it. Now here's the thing. Just to backtrack a little bit. As people know, for now to a year, we make a show where we want to bring laughter and joy and relatability and awareness, and maybe there are things that we've done where people can learn from and so on and so forth. And so far, over 1,000 downloads and counting, like, people are getting it and we're forming a community. We're not perfect. We're not trying to be like everybody else. We're our own thing. We've known each other for a long time. So I'm sure people would agree that even though we're completely random and we do have certain points every now and then, we do want to get our frustrations out, especially with what goes on in the world. And time again, when we hear stories and read articles and we watch videos on so much of the bullshit that goes on that has to do with abuse and mental health and Karens and the ghetto and all of the bullshit that goes on, it hurts us and it aches at us because we care. Because we care so much, even though we don't have kids. Even though these people have nothing to do with us on a personal level, we're still sympathetic and empathetic enough to be like, that's wrong, that's fucked up, we need to do something about it. Which is why every now and then we try to create awareness here on this platform.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's getting to the point now, and I remember we spoke about this a couple months ago, somewhere recently, where I said, and you agreed, that we have to use this platform for some type of good. that maybe we need to call people out on their bullshit, call them out on what it is they've done wrong. Whether it's celebrities, whether it's influencers, politicians, or anyone that does something fucked up. Even though it's none of our business. But we have a moral obligation to do so.
Yep.
So to answer your question in terms of why I'm becoming a cyber Karen at this point, following libs of TikTok, if you are a heavy conservative, I am not. I just want to in a way, ride their coattails on this one. There was a video that I came across of a couple giving a blunt to their baby.
You sent that to me. It was truly disgusting.
Let me
a baby.
Let me repeat this for people to hear me. There was a couple, an African American couple, gave their blunt. The dad had the baby. The mom was most likely recording as he was smoking a blunt right in front of the baby, put the blunt in the baby's mouth for the baby to smoke as well. The baby must have been around 1 to 2 years old at best. It was an infant. It was a fucking infant. Again, with all of the bullshit that we see in this world, and the abuse and the narcissism and the people destroying each other, the teen riots, property getting destroyed, people dying, so on and so forth. All of that combined as a whole, we look at that and we go, what the flying fuck? And aside from kids being molested, neglected, and the horrible shit that you can think of in your fucking head, aside from that, this has to be the lowest of the fucking lows. I watched that video and I reported it.
Good. Good for you.
I reported it. This was on Twitter, or X as some of you would want to call it. This was on Twitter. I tagged Secret Service, the FBI, and Child Protective Services, the CPS. I don't know what the update is now, because I'm sure other people has done the same thing. But I'm hoping to God that baby is taken away from them. And before any fucking person tries to justify this, please.
Oh, you're like, I want a fight about it.
No,
if you have anything to say against it.
No, it's. I want you to rationalize this. I want you, whoever you are, wherever you're from, wherever you grew up with, whatever. I want you to rationalize that. Go ahead. Give me a reason. Give me a good reason why a father gives a baby a fucking blunt for him to smoke. For her to smoke. Excuse me. The baby was a female. Little girl. A little girl! A little girl smoking a blunt. A year-old baby. Go ahead and justify that. Go ahead and fucking justify that to us right now. I fucking dare you. Oh, well, Garcia, Sarah, you need to understand. Maybe you don't know the context behind the scenes. Maybe that baby, medical marijuana. Have you ever heard of the fuck up? Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
There is no context that excuses that. And if they are doing it for clout or quote unquote to be funny, it's anything but. And that to me makes it even worse because you're intentionally putting your baby at risk for views. For fucking views and clout. You know what? I've said this before. I'll say it again. It's not a popular opinion, but I really don't care if people disagree with me. I feel like people should have to take a parenting test and a mental test before they're allowed to have fucking kids. Because there are so many people like that in the world that are having kids that are just not emotionally, mentally, or physically capable of having children. And I feel like people should have to pass a parenting class and take a mental exam to make sure they're mentally right in the head before they're allowed to have babies and reproduce, because it's disgusting.
Like some kind of IQ test or something.
Yeah, there needs to be both. And you have to pass parenting class, an IQ test, mental health exam, all the shebang. And I know people are going to be like, but that's inhumane. That's too much control. I don't fucking care. We'd have a lot less abuse and neglect going on with children if people actually, for God's sake, you have to get a fishing license to go fishing, but you don't need a license to get pregnant. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
I'm sure the keyboard warriors would be like, are you comparing my child to a fish?
Yeah, they're going to come out like, how dare you tell me what to do with my body, blah, 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 blah. Well, then don't fucking have kids. Just choose not to if you're a fucking moron. That's all I got to say.
And also, what the fuck made them think it was a good idea to actually record and post it?
Because they're dumbasses. Again, it's like we always come back to, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Stop posting every fucking thing on the internet. Stop. Not everything has to go on the internet. It's forever.
Just thinking about it and just thinking, like picturing that in my head. For the people that don't know, if you think that I'm exaggerating on this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to post a link in the description for you to see firsthand what the hell we're talking about. And if you do not have any reaction to this in any way, any reaction, or if you're one of those that go, it's their baby. It's that culture. It's what they do. It's an everyday thing. I mean, it has nothing to do with me. You are part of the fucking problem. You are part of the problem. I am following this to a T at this point. I'm following this to a T. In New York, every time we take the subway, we were taught from a very young age, probably from the early 90s, if you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. Well, guess what? I am saying everything. I am going to be the cyber Karen that is annoying as fuck with intention to correct a wrong thing.
So that makes sense. You want to call out inexcusable behaviors like this and libs of TikTok and hold people accountable.
Yes, but I want to go a little bit of a step further.
A virtual Batman of sorts.
I want to go to the underground. I want to dig through the trenches. I want to go to the edge of not even the edge. I want to dive down into the abyss of the dark web and report everything to it. And not just that, kids neglected, kids being abused, trafficking, human trafficking, kids being molested against their own fucking will. I want to go through the trenches and report every single fucking thing. And luckily, I've done that for the past couple of days now.
Good for you. See, this is the issue in our society. We're not holding people accountable enough. If more people, and that's the thing, because everyone's like, oh, but it's not your business. It's not your kid. When something an action does is harming another, it should be all of our business.
Right.
We need to get in that mentality and mindset that unless more and more of us speak out and hold people accountable and call attention to this behavior, then we are part of the problem because we just enable it by being silent. It's what someone is doing is harming another person mentally, physically, sexually, emotionally. We have a moral obligation to speak up. Yes, it is your fucking business.
Everything is our business. If we see it online, it's kind of our business. If you truly think about it. If you truly think about it. If it's posted publicly, it's all over.
Yeah. That's why I said, be very careful about what goes on the internet. And this kind of leads me to, did you hear about that quote unquote New York attorney couple that was caught kissing in Central Park in New York? Now I admit it was weird that they were being filmed, but apparently he was married to another prominent attorney and people are saying it's the new Coldplay 2.0. This is why you can't just do anything you want in public with cameras and people recording everywhere. This is the shit that happens.
But Sarah, it's taboo. They're in positions of higher power. They want to do the naughty behind the scenes. Why
But
can't
they're
they
not
get away
behind the
with that?
scenes. They are in public. And yes, is it low-key weird some rando was randomly filming them? Yeah, it was a little low-key weird. But you're allowed to record people in public spaces. So if you're going to take your affair in a public space, you have to understand that's a fucking risk. People walk in Central Park all the fucking time. Why would this couple post a video of their baby smoking a blunt when they know people online will report it to CYS? Like, the logic just doesn't make fucking sense to me.
There is no logic. I think that's the point that we keep on reiterating more and more. The fact remains is there are so many people that are so idiotic that don't even have a fucking brain at this point. They just want to do anything and everything with no repercussions whatsoever.
Exactly.
And they think that we're just going to stand by and just let it happen. This is why, and I'm calling it as I see it now. I forgot which state this is, but apparently I'm 50%, I'm like half and half on this one. I'm 50% sure it's either Minnesota or Illinois or some other state. I honestly forgot which one it was. But apparently, diving into politics a little bit, the Democratic Party, there's a section of the Democratic Party is allowing for kids to watch pornography. For them to learn on what it means to have sex.
What the hell? What part of the Democratic Party is doing this?
Go ahead and look this up. Go ahead. If you're listening to this and you don't believe me, go ahead and look this shit up. I honestly forgot which state this was, but there is a section of a specific party that is trying to appease and appeal for pornography to be shown to people under 18 years of age.
That is fucked up. Because scientific studies have shown that kids underage, especially with their prefrontal cortex not developed, watching porn like that can literally change their brain, their neural pathways in their brain to become like sexually deviant and stuff. Like, that is dangerous.
Yeah. And they don't fucking get it. They don't understand the huge ramifications that this is going to have on a child's mind. And for the people that are
It's Minnesota House of Representatives.
There you go.
Representative Scott. That is insanity.
There you go. Representative, go fuck yourself, Scott. Fucking Scott.
See, this is why the whole scandal with the kids on Epstein Island, this is why none of them were held accountable. I feel like all of our higher ups in parties and positions of power, they're part of the problem too.
They're all part of it.
They're all part of it. They're all
every one of them.
It's so disgusting and so deplorable.
They're all in on it. Every single one of them. Why do you think fucking Kevin Sorbo, the guy that played Hercules from the 80s and 90s, got booted out? He called on this shit. And many other actors that did not agree with this. They're all in on it. And if they're not, they have some knowledge of it. Wasn't Ellen DeGeneres eating boys or something?
Yes, Ellen DeGeneres was huge. That's part of the reason she left the country.
Puta. Fucking puta.
I don't know what happens to people, like, from a moral standpoint when they get positions of power, but it's like their morality completely falls out the fucking window. I don't understand. It's almost like demonic behavior. It really fucking is. I'm not even exaggerating.
This is why, if there is a state or a party or anyone in general that tries to pass a law for pedophilia to be accepted, we spoke about this before, so we're going to repeat ourselves again. And I believe if pedophilia does somehow become acceptable across the nation, I guarantee you there will be parents that will take the laws into their own hands. I'm not calling for vigilantism. That's a word, right? Vigilantes?
Vigilantes.
Yeah.
I don't know if vigilantism is a word, but we'll go with it.
We'll go with it. I'm not calling for people to become vigilantes, but I will say people will take the laws into their own hands. Oh, well, Garcia, what makes you say that? Do you think a sound parent, mom or dad, is going to let their child be molested by an older male or older female just because the law says so? No fucking way.
Listen,
Not a chance.
I'm not even a fucking parent. And if I saw someone actively harming a child like that, a random child in front of me, I would take it into my own hands. Here's the thing. Dead pedophiles don't reoffend and they can't be fucking rehabilitated. And I don't care what you fucking tell me, because anytime you throw these assholes in jail, they come out and they'll do it again and again and fucking again. So
just
yeah, they're useless to society. They can't be rehabilitated, and that's all I can say.
This world is getting so out of whack. And once again, I have to repeat myself. If there's anything that we can do to try to not let this behavior go unpunished, we're going to do so. I will become the cyber Karen. I will take a page out of Libs of TikTok. I don't care. And I will call out the bullshit. Like, not people fighting or the drama or none of that bullshit. Like, no. But I will call out and I will report harmful shit, especially when it happens to the youth, to a baby,
absolutely,
to a person that can't make a choice.
And to animals too. All you assholes abusing animals and torturing them for fun, fuck you just as much as the pedophiles. I will call that shit out too.
Well, there you go. We gotta be the superheroes, the underground superheroes at this point.
So as you know, I am also in my villain era right now, just with even personal things going on in my life with people that have wronged me, where I'm like, you need to be held accountable. I'm not going to be treated that way. So I feel like this needs to be a thing. And I'm totally all for being a vigilante and serving justice where it's due in my personal life and for things and situations like that where I'm really passionate about. Like, we just need to hold people accountable for their action. That's really all it boils down to.
The cyber Karen and the vigilante.
Yes.
Gonna be
hey, that sounds like a pretty good pair if you think about it.
We need a name. Maybe
that should be the name of this podcast, the Cyber Karen and Vigilante.
We would have to rebrand everything. Oh, man. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome, everyone, back to the second half of the Damaged Ones podcast, and fucking hell, we got a lot off our chest. But something that we thought about, right before August. Fucking hell, I can't believe it's August already.
I know, isn't that crazy?
God
the summer
damn.
Always seems to go through so fast for me.
Oh, man. It was that choice on TikTok or, Facebook or whichever. If there's one season you would get rid of, summer. Get rid of summer.
No, winter for me. Winter, 100%.
At least with winter, you get all snuggly with your partner and your significant other.
No, see, I feel like even though I'm a human, I feel like I'm a cold-blooded animal because I can layer and layer and layer, and I still feel cold to my bones. And I like to be on the water. So for me, even if it's hot, if I get in the water, I cool off very quickly and easily. But I can never warm up in the winter.
Well, you could do what a lot of athletes do and take ice baths.
Fuck that! Fuck that! And yes, I know. Oh, Sarah, but it's good for you. There's a lot of proven health benefits. I know. And I also know people say it's not good to keep your shower at like Hades level high. I don't care.
So no winter, basically.
No winter for me. Fuck winter. Fall, spring, and I do like summer. I do. I'm sorry.
Fine. I know you're a beach girl. It is what it is.
It is. I can't give up the beach.
It's fine.
But I get it. I have you and another friend of mine are big winter people. They hate the hot. And I get, if it's like 90 degrees and humid, it is miserable. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not. It is miserable.
Well, in either case, a little segment that we are coming back with, Am I the Asshole? Since there's a lot of fucked up shit that goes on in the world, let's tell a couple of stories from a couple of anonymous people. Anonymous? Anonymous. I can't even fucking talk. Anonymous. There we go. Anonymous people. Sarah, why don't you start this off with
All right,
Am I the Asshole?
this one is a little long, but I thought it was a good one. So it says, am I the asshole for telling my daughter she doesn't have the right to mourn or go to her ex-friend's funeral after what she did? Da da da. So let's get into the background. When my daughter was in school, she became close friends with a girl named Kelly. They stayed close throughout college, and she was even one of her bridesmaids when she got married. To explain where my daughter's behavior came from, my ex-husband cheated on me repeatedly, and our marriage ended horribly. My daughter doesn't speak to her father anymore, and she absolutely despises cheating. About 7 years ago, my daughter became convinced that Kelly was cheating on her husband. She started harassing her online and essentially blew up her entire life. By the time my daughter found out that the man she's seen Kelly with was actually a male relative, it was too late. Kelly's marriage had fallen apart, and because we live in a very religious community, she was ostracized by many people.
Real quick, I'm sorry. You love that word, ostracized.
Ostracized.
You love that.
Special ring to it.
Yeah. Like it's almost like someone is telling you that you are. What was the word? It begins with an O as well. Ostra. You know that last person that said to you that whatever you were doing, you were older.
Over catastrophizing.
There we go. That's the word. I'm sorry. Over.
Yeah, which if he's listening to that, fuck that guy. You know exactly who you are. I didn't over catastrophize shit. But anyway, back to the story.
I apologize. I apologize. Continue.
Okay, but anyway, she was ostracized by many people in the community for this.
Mm-hmm.
So they obviously had a huge falling out, and Kelly blocked her and didn't want to talk to her after that. And years later, Kelly passed away. My daughter found out through a Facebook post, and the funeral is this weekend, 2 states away. Mm-hmm. My daughter states she wants to attend the funeral, and I told her, as her mother, it was a terrible idea. It wouldn't be good for her to go because her mom was not happy with her with what she'd done. And she got in an argument with me and said she had every right to mourn her friend and go. And I said she didn't have a right to go because Kelly hated her after everything she did to destroy her life. And she hasn't spoken to me since. Now I'm wondering if I should warn Kelly's family that my daughter might show up. Am I the asshole?
Interesting complication there. Go ahead with your thoughts and then I'll share mine.
I don't think she's the asshole for a few reasons. Number one, I think her showing up to this funeral would be a huge insult and slap in the face to Kelly's grieving family. After all that she had done to destroy her life, even if she regrets it, her mother had said she couldn't forgive her for what she has done. She didn't want to be around her. So I feel her coming would basically be like her disregarding their feelings and emotions all over again, and making her ex-friend's funeral all about her instead of allowing the family to grieve properly. I think what would be better for her to do is to go after the funeral and pay her respects on her own. But her going would only upset the family. It would make them angry, and they're already in mourning. So to me, I feel it is extremely selfish of her to do that for her own wants and needs with disregard to anyone else.
I feel like if anyone passes that you should go to a funeral no matter what, regardless of what anybody says.
But if her friend and her had a falling out and they were no longer friends and her family didn't like her, would her friend even want her to be there? Like, to me, if I was dead and I saw that, I'd be like, fuck you, you asshole. You did this in my life, and now in my death, you're going to make my family suffer? Like, I'll fucking haunt the shit out of you. I can see both ways, but why can she not go and mourn her on her own? Why put her family through more pain?
Right, because if the family hates her guts, then they're not going to be mourning. They're going to be like, oh my God, this bitch is...
Right, and it's not going to allow them to truly mourn their own daughter at their funeral. And if they've been ex-friends for years, what is the point of you really going other than to ease and absolve your own guilt?
Say it's their way to maybe make amends with the family since you couldn't make amends with the friend.
Maybe.
It's possible. Like
It's a possibility.
in some indirect way, maybe she felt for a long time that this was a friendship that she wanted to have rekindle again. I mean, how often have we had friends that did fucked up shit to us and then years later they wanted to rekindle? And now all of a sudden where I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes, because if I'm dead and my family despises you, then yeah, don't piss them off by showing up if they hate your guts. There's
Right.
the grave is not going anywhere. You could always go after the funeral is done.
That is exactly my point.
But at the same time though, a funeral is supposed to be where everyone comes together. And in a way, it's actually disrespectful if you don't show up. Sort of.
It depends on the situation. I can't fully agree in all situations.
It's
That
like
would be like,
it's like showing up to a marriage, to a wedding, but you show up after the ceremony. Kind of. No, not so much. Probably not. Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
The thing is, it depends on the situation. If she wouldn't have completely blown up and ruined her life, it's one thing to have a fallout with someone. It's another thing for your delusions, your allegations to completely upend and destroy someone's life. To me, they're two separate things.
Mm-hmm.
So it really depends on the context and the severity of it.
I feel like all of these are going to be depending on the context.
It really is, and I know that's why, but I personally don't think she's the asshole. If I were her, I would have probably reached out to the family first and said I wanted to attend, I wanted to come give my regards and peace and make my amends, and see if they'd be open to it.
Yes.
I feel like the family would respect her more for asking up front than just showing up and being like, I have a right to fucking be here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's showing more respect. So if I were her, I feel like she should approach it like that, asking if they would be comfortable with her coming, and if not, respecting them and paying her due respects afterwards.
Communication is key, especially when it involves another family that kind of wants nothing to do with you. But the least you can do is grow some balls, get a backbone, and just talk to the mom. Or talk to a parent, the father, the parent figure, someone. And be like,
to me,
yeah,
it comes back to this accountability piece we keep talking about. What you did, how you upended her life was wrong. You had a falling out, you never became friends again, and you should be the bigger person and take accountability and reach out to them, even if they don't respond to you favorably, and be like, I messed up. I want to make amends. I want to pay my respects, and accept what they tell you in their decision no matter what. But you should be the bigger person and take accountability. To me, I would have more respect for you for a person for doing that.
But Sarah, nobody can take accountability anymore. It's too hard. The truth
I know.
hurts.
Believe me, I know from personal people. I can't do it. I don't want to sit. Shut the fuck up. Not everything is about you. It is not about you. It is about your friend dying and that other people in the family that can't stand you wanting to mourn. So at least do them a solid and respect your friend in her death by at least reaching out to them beforehand. That's the least you can do.
I thought of a new song for us, or a new shirt. It's not about you! 'Cause you ain't shit!
I love it! I fucking love it!
'Cause it's not about you! And you ain't shit! Go and die. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Was that too mean? I'm sorry. All right.
No, not at all.
Here's my Am I the Asshole? Title is, Am I the asshole for telling my soon-to-be wife that I am not... Oh, this is a good one. That I am not banning my ex from our wedding because we are family.
Oh, what? What kind of backwoods West Virginia shit is this? Oh, God.
And Sarah, you've been married before, so I'm sure you can relate in some way, but here it is.
Not because my ex is my family member, but let's continue.
And this is from a guy's perspective. Well, I'm assuming it's a guy, unless it's a lesbian relationship. But, fuck it. Assuming it's a guy. It's a guy. Anyway, here we go. I dating Amanda. Jesus Christ, whoever wrote this. I dating Amanda. You know what? Fuck you. Yes, you are the asshole just for saying
Just
that.
for that,
Just for saying
you're
that.
automatically the asshole.
The first three words. I dating Amanda. In the beginning of this show, I was talking about so much on how I hate people. Not hate people. I don't hate them. I just hate what they do. Like when they say, that's my partner, my significant other. When people say ax instead of ask.
Oh, yes, like that kind of shit.
Hey, I asked him a question. You asked him? You killed him for a question? Is that what you're trying to say? I asked him or supposedly.
Or water instead of water.
Water?
Yeah, water.
Water.
Water. That's what some
Water.
people say. That's like it's water.
Or
Water.
Or in the UK, water. I'm gonna get a bowl of water. That's fine. That's their language. It's fine. Water. Or supposedly. It's supposed to be supposedly. I'm sorry. I'm reaching again. I'm sorry. Anyway, you're the asshole for just those three words. I dating Amanda. Fucking hell. And this is the bullshit that I have to deal with sometimes for e-learning as well when they make a mistake, but I have to record it as that way.
Oh my god, that would
Oh my god.
That would piss me off so bad.
Oh my god. Or how you would get in touch when you know it's a fucking scammer and instead of saying their name like, for example, I'm Mike, it's Am Mike. Hello, Am Mike, nice to meet you. Go fuck off. I'm sorry. It must be the Spider-Man movie. Anyway. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
I dating Amanda for around a year when I was a junior in high school. Theo relationship.
Oh god, I can't even understand this shit.
God. I'm sure he meant the. The relationship ended on a decent note. We just realized we weren't a right fit and we moved on. When I was in college, my mom started to date seriously. She had one and off.
What?
I'm sure she had on and off. She had on and off stuff while I was growing up, but nothing serious. She wanted to invite to met me. All right, what the fuck?
Oh my god! You need to stop reading this because it's enraging.
Oh my god!
Is English not this guy's first language?
Bro.
Because he needs to go back to fucking first grade.
Maybe this is why he wrote his shit.
I am filled with internal rage. You cannot finish this.
And it's funny because whenever I'm on Twitter and I write something and I know I made a mistake, I copy the thing, delete it, and then remake the mistake again. And then repost it. I'm pretty sure on fucking, what is this? Reddit? I'm sure on Reddit you can edit your shit. What the fuck?
Now we're just pissed off.
I'm pissed. I'm going to New York this weekend and I want to have a good time and people are pissing me off. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't even understand it because I can't understand his grammar at this point.
I'm going to get through this. Listeners,
I can't. I swear to God, if it's I can't